Hare Krishna. Okay,
Hare
we'll
Krishna,
start.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Dandapana. Hare Krishna.
Dandavat pranam.
Dandapana. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Udirayate Nastaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yatkripa Tamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Chaitanyamishwaram Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurum Militamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Namavam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyate Shatarani Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Welcome you all for Bhagavatam discussion. So today first canto 7th chapter text 38 son of Drona punished. So we'll read text 38. Okay, go ahead. Who is going to read the...
Prabhuji, ನಾನು ಓದ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay.
ಪ್ರತಿತ್ಯುಲಂ ಕ ಭಾವತ ಪನ್ಕಾಲ್ಯೈ ಸರ್ವತೋ ಮಮ.
Normally, see there the Sanskrit cha.
Cha, yeah, okay.
Pratishrutam cha bhavata
Bhavata
panchadyayi shrunvata mama.
Abadhi
Shirastasya.
ಶಿರಸ್tasya
Shirastasya.
ಅಬರ್ಶ್ಯು ಶುರ್ಹ ತಸ್ಯ
Shirastasya.
ಯಹ ಯಹ ತೇ
Yaste
ಮಾನಿನಿ
putra.
पुत्रः. Translation: Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Right.
Furthermore, I have personally heard you promise Draupadi that you would bring forth the head of the killer to her sons.
Next sloka kodavadi.
Okay. Tad asau vada yatam papa ataye atma bandhu बहुतः च विप्रियं
Vipro.
विरो
Viro, yeah.
विरो
Krutvan.
कृत्वान् कुलं पामसनः.
Yeah.
Translation: Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This man is assassin and murderer of your own family members. Not only that, but he is also dissatisfied his master. He is but the burnt remains of his family. Kill him immediately. Purport: the son of Dronacharya is condemned here, the burnt remnants of his family. The good name of the Dronacharya is very much respected. although he joined the enemy camp. He was still held always in respect. For the Pandavas and the Arjuna saluted him before beginning of the fight. There was nothing wrong in the way, but the son of Dronacharya degraded himself by committing acts which are never done by the uh, Dvijas, or the twice born higher caste. Ashwatthama, the son of Dronacharya, committed murder by killing 5 sleeping sons of Draupadi, by which he is dissatisfied his master Duryodhana, who never approved of the heinous act of killing the 5 sleeping sons of Pandavas. This means that Ashwatthama became the assaulter of Arjuna's own family members, and thus he was liable to be punished by him. In the Shastras, he who attacks without notice or kills from behind or sets fire to another's house or kidnaps one's wife is condemned to death. These facts are reminded by the Krishna to Arjuna so that he might take notice of them and do the needful.
Hare Krishna. Another point share ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ಬೋದು.
ಯಾರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ
Maybe English
ನೀವೇ
better.
ನೀವೇ
Actually,
ನೀವೇ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಓಕೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ನೀವೇ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡಿ.
Hindi people are
Okay.
there.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ
ಹೇಳಿ ಪ್ರಭು.
Prabhuji, please explain, please.
Okay. So Krishna is further saying that furthermore, I have personally heard you promise Draupadi that you would bring forth the head of the killer. So again, we know the background. When Ashwatthama killed the 5 sons, Arjuna taken over that too, and he promised Draupadi that I will bring the head of Ashwatthama. Then only you can wipe your tears and then you can take bath. So that's how he has promised. Now Krishna is reminding Arjuna that he's done a heinous act, he should be killed. So, and further he says that not only that, you have promised yourself to Draupadi that he will bring his head. So you have no choice but to kill him. Further, Krishna is telling to Arjuna that this man is assassin of and murderer of your own family members. Not only that, he has dissatisfied his master. So the whole acts of Ashwatthama was never approved by Duryodhana. So we know the background. Bhima had actually broken the thighs of Duryodhana. Duryodhana lying in a pain and crying. So actually Ashwatthama did, seeing this, his dear friend suffering, he thought this will be the best reward. So that's why he came and killed the sleeping sons of Pandava or Draupadi. And when Duryodhana heard this, he was totally unhappy and flabbergasted. How can you do this? You are not a Kshatriya. Kshatriya cannot do this, kill children. Plus, they are sleeping. They are not even fighting with you. How can you do this? So he didn't even approve. So that's why Krishna is saying that he decided his own master. So again, lesson for us that as a practicing devotees, we should always obey the order of seniors, and that hierarchy we should maintain. That's why Acharya says that the senior, of course, not just for the namesake, the seniors respect is required. Even if I go to a joint family system, grandfather, grandmother, or father, always respected. Seniors are respected. Or, our Sanatana Dharma talks about Pitru Deva Bhava, Matru Deva Bhava, Guru Deva Bhava. Guru is kind of master. So we respect. But here, the Ashwatthama, you were dissatisfied his own master, his own, he's not a guru, he's a boss. Like Duryodhana was kind of a king or crown prince. So as a practicing devotees, we should understand the one of the kind of offenses is disobey the orders of spiritual master. So generally, when we take Diksha, we get the guidelines or basic vows we take. We take a vow that we chant 16 rounds daily. And we take a vow that we follow the 4 regular principles, that we will not eat meat or anything related to meat, or we will not do gambling. we will not do illicit relationship, and we will not do intoxication. These are the 4 vows we take. And also we take a vow that will help Srila Prabhupada's movement, ISKCON movement, to spread. So that is what we take a vow in front of fire to our spiritual master. So that is the fundamental instructions of a spiritual master. Even as a practice devotee, if you don't do that, we are disobeying the orders of spiritual master. In addition to that, our own gurus may give certain orders, certain instructions, depending on time, place, circumstances. And that also, if you don't do it, we are disobeying the orders of spiritual master. So as much as possible, we should try to obey the orders of spiritual master. So there are generally 3 kinds of disciples. Disciples who understands the mood and kind of the will of the spiritual master. He does activity. Even before spiritual master, guru ask anything, the disciples knows what he wants and he arranges. That's the top class. The second is that the spiritual master, guru asks something and he does that. That's the second class. Third class is that spiritual master says, asks something, still doesn't do. Is a third class, or kind of a not even to be called as a disciple. So generally, disciple means disciplined. We should follow the orders of the senior guru. That's what here says. Ashwatthama even failed in that. So Krishna says, kill him immediately. Don't even give him a time. So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, son of Drona, he degraded himself by committing such an act, never done by Dvijas. Dvijas means twice born, or why is called twice born? The person who born once, and when we get the Diksha, the name is this one, what is that? Thread ceremony. He is given a Brahmanical Diksha. So that's a twice born. So generally, the Brahman community, the third ceremony happens to the boys. And others, like in ISKCON, there is a process of second initiation or Brahmanical initiation, where certain, kind of guidelines are given, certain rules and regulations given. Based on that, those who qualify, given a second initiation. So when we get second initiation or Brahmanical initiation, he is called twice born. But here, Ashwatthama was a born son of Brahmana, Dronacharya, but he did an heinous act. That's why he's not even to be called, Brahmana. So Prabhupada further says, is such a heinous act of killing 5 sleeping sons of Pandavas. This means Ashwatthama became assaulter of Arjuna's own family members. Thus, he is liable to be punished. So Prabhupada talks about, finally says that there are few kinds of people who should be killed or can be killed immediately, like who takes somebody's property, who burns houses, who takes somebody's wife, these kind of people. But again, as a practicing devotees, we should not, take law in our hand, so because we know we are in this particular country, we just because Shastra says that tomorrow something happens, go and kill him. No, we have to go as per the law of the land, but wherever possible, we can protest, but we should not take the law in hand. That's the point we need to understand. And next sloka we can read. 40. Who's going to read? Anyone? Anyone is allocated?
No, Prabhuji, today nothing is allocated.
Okay.
Shall I read, Prabhuji?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sutta uvacha evam parikshita dharmam partha krishnena kodita na aichat hantum guru sutam yadyapi atmahanam mahan. Translation and purport by His Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Sri Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sutta Goswami said, although Krishna, who was examining Arjuna in religion, encouraged Arjuna to kill the son of Dronacharya, Arjuna, a great soul, did not like the idea of killing him, although Ashwatthama was a heinous murderer of Arjuna's family members. Purport. Arjuna was a great soul undoubtedly, which is proved here also. He is encouraged here in personality by the Lord to kill the son of Drona, but Arjuna considers that the son of his great teacher should be spared, for he happens to be the son of Dronacharya, even though he is an unworthy son, having done all sorts of heinous acts whimsically for no one's benefit. Lord Sri Krishna encouraged Arjuna outwardly just to test Arjuna's sense of duty. It is not that Arjuna was incomplete in the sense of his duty, nor was Lord Sri Krishna unaware of Arjuna's sense of duty. But Lord Sri Krishna put to test many of his pure devotees just to magnify the sense of duty. The gopis were put to such tests as well. Prahalada Maharaja also was put to such a test. All pure devotees come out successful in the respective test by the Lord.
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Mataji.
Prabhuji.
Another point share ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ ನೀವು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ ನನಗೆ ಬಟ್ ನೀವು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ
ಸರಿ. Okay. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ further Lord is telling, so Sutta Goswami is saying that despite being instructed in his duty and encouraged to kill the son of Dronacharya, Arjuna, great soul, did not like the idea of killing. See how the transformation happens, Arjuna's. Why he came all the way? He wanted to kill the Ashwatthama, Dronacharya's son, because he has done such heinous act. He was chasing, but now see the transformation happened because he is a pure devotee of the Lord. Maybe for that time, out of anger, seeing these 5 children killed, he taken vow that I'll kill him. But transformation happened because of the pure devotee of the Lord. Same thing happened in Mahabharata also. So so much crime Kauravas did. War was ready. Both sides is ready, and Arjuna, with Krishna being Sarathi, comes to the war field. There he goes in front of the war field and asks Krishna, please take my chariot to the middle of the war field. I want to see who are the people. There he changes his mind. How can I kill Bhishma, Drona, and my cousins, brothers, uncles? How can I do that? Then he gives so many reasons. Of course, again, it was Krishna's Leela so that he can speak Bhagavatam. Now, here also, Sutta Goswami is saying Arjuna transformed. Again, there is a nice management theory we can learn from here. Time, place, circumstances, how we should take a decision. As corporate management or the family management, what kind of a decision we should take. See, the Arjuna was put into such a situation. Now, if you see the later, what Bhima speaks, what Yudhishthira speaks, what Draupadi speaks, and what Krishna has spoken. Krishna has spoken that Ashwatthama should be killed. Later, we see how Draupadi speaks, and Yudhishthira speaks, and Bhima speaks. Each one gives their opinion. Then Arjuna was asked to take his decision. Krishna says, you take a decision. So here in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, Krishna puts his devotees in test. And when he wants to put a test, he selects his pure devotees. Just because we have going through some difficulties, doesn't mean that Krishna doesn't like us. Krishna loves us. That's why he's giving a test. That's why he wants to prove to the world how the lesson can be given. Prabhupada gives a nice example. Mother-in-law teaches to daughter-in-law by scolding daughter. Because daughter-in-law is new to the house. If she scold daughter-in-law, she may get upset. She may run away. Whereas daughter, she's at home. She knows. So mother-in-law scolds daughter such a way that message is passed on to daughter-in-law. Similarly, Lord, putting devotees into trouble or test, he gives a lesson to the common people. Because if we give the same lesson to common people, they will lose the faith in Lord. They cannot even take it. Whereas a devotees knows this is the will of the Lord. So same way, Arjuna was put in test. Same way, Prabhupada talks about how gopis, when Krishna appeared, before Krishna appeared, Vrindavan was safe. There was no problem. Whereas after Krishna appeared, Vrindavan Vasis, daily there was a problem. Daily some demons are coming. So their problems increased. Then one day Trinavrata, Putana, Bakasura, all these demons daily come and create problems. And later we see how Govardhan Lila, Indra himself came and poured whole Vrindavan. All this happened because after Krishna appeared. So what does it mean? Krishna brought the problem? Is it Krishna increased their problem? Actually, Krishna, by putting them to test, he showed to the world what qualities of pure devotee. Similarly, how Prahlad Maharaj is a great devotee of the Lord. But how Hiranyakashipu was, did all kind of things to kill him. He poisoned him. He threw him from the mountain. He put him into the water. He put him in the fire. He put him under the foot of the elephant. Tried all kind of so that he can kill. But each time Krishna saved him. So these are all lesson for us. How a pure devotee goes through that and teaches a lesson. In our life also, we should understand if at all Krishna gives us test, we are blessed. We are really blessed that Krishna is giving us that opportunity to be tested. So that difficulty is not difficulty, it is a mercy. We should take that way and should try our best to pass the test. Krishna will be more pleased with that. It's like that how strong a person, accordingly, so much weight he can carry. The person who has got faith, he can. One second. So person who has got faith in the Lord can only take it. Others cannot take it. So that's why we should be kind of happy that if some test comes to our life. So we should, of course, we don't have to aspire for it. Like Kunti Maharani says that, give me more difficulties. Krishna, because you give me difficulty, I'm able to remember you. Yat yat padam vipadam. He says, give me more difficulties. But we don't have to ask for it. As per my karma, difficulties will come. But I should be able to face it. I should be able to succeed in that. I should be able to go back to Krishna. That should be the quality of a devotee. One more sloka. Somebody can read it.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I'll read.
Yep. Good.
अथोपेत्य स्वशिबिरं गोविन्दप्रियसारथिः नैवेद्यतं प्रियायै सोचन्त्य आत्मजनहतान्. Translation. After reaching his own camp, Arjuna, along with his dear friend and charioteer, entrusted the murderer unto his dear wife, who was lamenting for her murdered sons. Purport. The transcendental relation of Arjuna with Krishna is of the dearmost friendship. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord himself has claimed Arjuna as his dearest friend. Every living being is thus related with the Supreme Lord by some sort of affectionate relation, either as servant or as friend or as parent or as an object of conjugal love. Everyone thus can enjoy the company of the Lord in the spiritual realm, if one at all desires and sincerely tries for it by the process of bhakti yoga. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Want to share some points?
Yes, Prabhuji. I mean, like we can relate to God in the form of friend or devotee or a servant or something, and Krishna himself has declared in the Bhagavad Gita that Arjuna is his closest friend, kind of, Prabhuji.
So here further Krishna brings Ashwatthama. Ashwatthama was tied like animal, like the forest animal who has been caught, captured, tied. That's the way Ashwatthama was brought. And Krishna hands over that Ashwatthama to his wife. So here it says, after reaching the camp, Arjuna, along with his dear friend and charioteer. So, of course, like Varsha Mataji said now, Krishna is a dearmost friend of Arjuna. So Krishna confirms it. Why he has spoken to Bhagavad Gita too? Because you are my devotee and my dear friend. That's why he's spoken to Bhagavad Gita too. That's why he agreed to become a charioteer. That's why he wanted to serve his devotees. So that is the advantage of being, the servant. When we fully surrender to Krishna, Krishna becomes our servant. See, that's a position of Lord. How renunciant is that? When we fully surrender, he becomes our servant. Remember once Srila Prabhupada's one of the disciple, His Holiness Giriraj Swami, in the beginning days, he was 19, 20 years old. It's 1967, that's the time. When he came to Srila Prabhupada, because that time he had a vision that, if you do bhakti, you will become God. That's what even today people are saying, that, you can become Narayana. I am also Narayana, you are also Narayana. So he came to Prabhupada, Swamiji, can you make me God? Prabhupada thought for a while and said that, I'll make you better than God. And he took Bhagavad Gita and shown him the first page and said, see this, where is Krishna? Where is Arjuna? Krishna is sitting down as a driver. Arjuna is a boss. So who is better? So I'll make you that. So that you will become, Krishna will become your servant. Of course, we don't want anything from some. We as aspirant devotees should not make Krishna to serve us, or Srimati Radharani or Krishna to serve us. We should serve them. At any cost, we should not do that. But Krishna is so merciful. He wants to serve. So this is a reciprocation of Krishna and his pure devotees. We see in Vrindavan also. Krishna wants to serve all the gopis, Radharani and others. But they want to serve him. We know the pastime of Narada Muni. When Narada Muni visited Krishna, Krishna said, Narada, I have bad headache today. Immediately Narada Muni asked, my Prabhu, what can I do? What medicine I can get it? Then Lord Krishna says, if you can get dust of my devotee's lotus feet, it can cure. He immediately goes, who is the dearmost devotee? The 8 wives of Krishna, they are very close. So he immediately goes to them, Rukmini and others, ask, Krishna has got a bad headache, give some dust. They say, how? How can it be? He is Supreme Lord. How can we give a dust from our feet? Not possible. Then he goes to other rishis, munis. Everybody says, no, it's not possible. He is Supreme Lord. How can we? Will go to hell. Then he comes to Vrindavan. Vrindavan gopis, they ask Narada, hey Narada, how is my dear Krishna? Krishna is having a bad headache today. Immediately they ask, so what can we do? He says that if you can give some dust from lotus feet, that will help. Immediately say, get the bag, put how much ever you want, take it. So Narada Muni asks, do you know what will happen? They say, what will happen? Whatever happens, we don't care. If Krishna is pleased, we are ready to suffer whatever possible. So that is a mood of gopis. That's a mood of pure devotees. Pure devotees always want to serve. Krishna reciprocates same way. He wants to serve his devotees. That's why he becomes a charioteer. So he becomes a dearmost friend. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5, text 29, Krishna says, Bhokta Rajatapasa Sarva Loka Maheshwara Suhrdam Sarva Bhutanam Jnatvam Shantirachati. Jnatvam Mam Shantirachati. He says, I am the enjoyer, Bhoktara. I am the Sarva Loka Maheshwara. I am the Suhrt. Suhrt means dearmost friend who will never give up his friendship. Like in the material world, we have so many friends. But as soon as you lose something, we don't have anything, they will give up. They will run away. They will not come near. If you lose money, if you lose position, they are not there. But Krishna is not like that. Whatever position, whatever body you take, somebody takes a body of a worm in the stool, still he goes as a Paramatma in that. He doesn't leave. He doesn't forget even the smallest service he has done. He reciprocates everything. So that dear friend is Krishna. So for that Krishna, if you serve in second chapter also, I think 41 verse, Krishna says that whatever devotion service done, there is no loss. So Alpet says even little service, it says it can save you Mahato Bayat. It can save you by the greatest fear. So that is the advantage of serving Krishna. Prabhupada in the purport says, we can establish relation with the Krishna in the 5 ways: as a servant, as a friend, Dasya, Sakya, as a parent, then conjugal love, but as a practice devotees, generally our relationship as a servant. He is a master, we are servant. Because to realize others like friendship or parent or conjugal lover, we have to get that level. We don't have to even think about it. As a practice devotees, our relationship is to serve. Supreme Lord Krishna is a master, we are the servant. In Jivera Swarupa Nityara Krishna Das. That is our real question. With this, and for that process, Prabhupada says that all desires and sincerely tries for his process Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is a process. So what is Bhakti Yoga? Bhakti Yoga simply chanting the holy name, reading Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, offer whatever vegetarian cooked with the neat, with the clean mind, offer to Krishna and pray to Krishna, please accept and cook something for you. And distribute prasadam, distribute Bhagavad Gita, celebrate festivals. Now Rath Yatra is coming. Celebrate Rath Yatra. Wherever Rath Yatra happening, go and participate. Jagannath Rath Yatra, so powerful. So even it says Puranas, when Lord Jagannath seated on Rath, even if it touched the rope once, millions of birds or sins gets burnt. Now we are doing Rath Yatra here in our apartment this Saturday, 6th July evening, and on 7th morning, Mariappan Prabhu's apartment, morning 10 to 12, and 7th evening at Rajajinagar, our ISKCON Bhakti Kutir, and 13th evening at ISKCON South Bangalore. So this few Rath Yatra is happening. Wherever possible, in possible all the places, please go and attend. Take the mercy of the Lord Jagannath. Jagannath comes out of his abode, his temple, to give his mercy to everybody. This is a wonderful opportunity for all of us to take Lord's mercy. With this, I'll stop here. Devotees can share your comments or questions, if any. Please go ahead. Anyone, any questions, please? If not, comments, we'll start with the alphabetic order. A. Yeah, start with the Archana Mataji. Anything? If not, Asha Mataji.
Certain things, Prabhuji, we should always obey the order of the seniors. Like even our Sanatana Dharma says the same thing. And I understood there are three kinds of disciples, and a pure devotee, when he is involved in the spiritual activities, transformation happens. Krishna usually puts his pure devotees to test and shows the world that how, if you are a devotee, can come out of the troubles. Then we should fully surrender to Krishna and become his servant. And as his servant, we have to carry out spiritual duties. That much I understood, Prabhuji. Hare
Yes,
Krishna,
Mataji.
Prabhuji.
Yes, Mariappan Prabhu. Share anything.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Seniors must be properly respected, and the four vows should be strictly adhered by devotees. Three classes of disciples. Ashwatthama became third class of disciple, so deserves to be killed. Krishna says, law should not be taken in our hand. Whenever we come across difficulties, we must understand that we are under test by Lord, and our faith must increase on Lord. Prahalad is the perfect example in this regard. When we surrender to Lord, becomes servant. However, we must always be a model servant to Lord, always. Mood of gopis is the correct attitude to follow in our life. When even little service will be enormously reciprocated to devotees by Lord. And Bhakti Yoga, that is ABCD, association with devotees, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita reading, chanting, and diet. Only prasadam should be taken, and Ekadashi, fasting should be properly undertaken. That much I have understood, Prabhuji.
Thank you,
And
Prabhuji.
forthcoming Ratha Yatra should be
Yes.
optimum utilized to receive the Lord Jagannath's mercy. That much I have understood, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Lakshmi Mataji. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Lakshmi Mataji, you want to say?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Mataji.
So I came late today, Prabhuji. So
Okay,
just one
okay.
line.
Sure.
If Krishna is testing someone, means he is going to show his mercy on them. And it is given that all pure devotees have passed this test. Example, Gopis and Prahlada Maharaja. And if we surrender to Krishna, sure he will take care of us. That's
Yes.
all, Prabhuji.
Ushi Mataji, say anything?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Nothing, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Meenakshi Mataji, you joined today. Want to say anything?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranams. I'm sorry, Prabhuji, I joined late today.
No problem.
Prabhuji, actually, the last part which you explained very beautifully, that how why gopis, why Narad Muniji, why they are in a position where they get served by Krishna. Prabhuji, I just want to read this 4 lines from Srila Prabhupada's purport, which explains the same thing, Prabhuji, from Bhagavad Gita 1.2122 purport, Prabhuji. The relationship between the Lord and his servitor is very sweet and transcendental. The servitor is always ready to render service to the Lord. And similarly, the Lord is always seeking an opportunity to render some service to the devotee. He takes greater pleasure in his pure devotees, assuming the advantageous position of ordering him than he does in being the giver of orders. So I really found it very nice. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Samapti Mataji, Samapti, you want to say anything?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, I have question one.
Hmm.
Prabhu, as you told that Krishna sometimes takes taste to the devotees of his, right? So if okay, here this time Prahlad Maharaj and Gopika, they passed in the test, okay. But my question is, if some devotee sometimes they face some problem and they fail in the test, so they will not reach to Krishna. This is my question.
Yes, not exactly. Yeah, I mean, point that we should take it as a blessings of the Lord. Sometimes what happens that when some difficulty comes, we start blaming Lord. When that's not the right attitude, because difficulties generally we go through because of a karma. Because Krishna gives a mercy to his pure devotees, not for everybody.
So Prabhu, if somebody do one mistake, then next time he can start from the first. It will be acceptable for Krishna. Means practically I'm asking.
Yeah. Krishna is so merciful. He is, he has pardoned so many millions of lives of our mistakes. Now also he says that Sarva Dharma Parityajya Mame Kashranu, just surrender to me. I will take all your sins. Sarva Papebhyo. So don't worry about it. Just simply go and surrender it. So he will take care of everything. Don't have to worry at all. He's waiting. Krishna is waiting as a dear father. Please come. But we are, I mean, I'm having so much attachment here. I don't want to go. That is the point.
Okay, Prabhu, understood. Thank you. Thank you.
Sumit Prabhu, sorry, missed anything?
No, Prabhu. So yeah, some points I would like to retouch, like for the aggressors, you said as per the Shastra, 6 kind of aggressors are there that should be killed. The poison giver, one who sets fire to the house, one who attacks with the deadly weapons, one who plunder riches, one who occupies another land, and one who kidnaps a wife. So with that in mind, Ashwatthama was not only such a kind of aggressor, but he also like dissatisfied his master as well. So that's why like he was actually a son of Dronacharya. So they also very they regarded him very highly. Even before the battle, they offered obeisances to him, but he actually fall from his position, and he did such kind of heinous crime of killing the sleeping sons of the Pandavas. So because of that, as per the Shastra, he was very eligible for the punishment. But then Arjuna's heart changed. Like initially, he was actually going to chase and kill Ashwatthama, but when he caught Ashwatthama, then his heart changed. So that is how the devotees are like. Their heart are like very soft. And Krishna that time asked him to kill Ashwatthama. So because he wanted to test Arjuna's sense of duty. And tests are generally given to those who who are expected to pass the tests. Like for devotees, so many tests will be there of this kind. So, and as per the capacity, actually, Krishna gave the test. So, like the same test that was for Arjun or that is for Prahlad, the same test will not be for us. So, as per our capacity, the test will come.
Yeah.
And yeah, another point is if we fully surrender to Krishna and do service, then Krishna is even ready to become our servant. Like he want like he has done for many devotees. Like for Arjuna, he become the chariot driver, and we have seen so many instances where he is ready to serve. Like even for Sudama he washed his feet and very nicely serve him when he came to meet him. So Lord is ready for becoming a servant as well. So that much love he has for the all the living entities, especially for the devotees, and that much high place Krishna gives to the pure devotees, as you very nicely explained the gopis incident. And Krishna never forgets even a small service done. Like Draupadi, I think one time Krishna's finger was hurt when he threw the Sudarshan Chakra that time in the Rasu Yagya. And Draupadi just tore her sari and like dressed the finger. That time, because of that, Krishna gave her that at the time of the Chiraran, he supplied so much sari. So even a small service he never forgets. So he reciprocates all those. So yeah, that's all, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Ramesh Prabhu, anything you want to say? No. Varsha Mataji.
Nothing, Prabhuji. Thank you for the class.
Okay, so we'll end here now. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyacha patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namaः. Ananta koti vaishnav vrinda ki jai. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveta Bhakta vrinda ki jai. See you tomorrow, same time, 9 o'clock.